Hello, I'm Dennis with doityourselfdennis.com, and in this video I'm going to show you I'm going to put a French drain in next to this wall. What the problem is when the rain comes from that direction, it hits this wall, it just follows the wall down. This is an older house, I think it was built in 1978, and it ends up in the basement. So we have tried building up the ground and sloping it away, but it really hasn't totally worked. So I'm going to build a French drain along this wall, and we're going to start out by digging a trench. So let me get the trench dug and then I'll show you a little further. Okay, we've got our ditch dug, and what I'm going to do that's different than most French drains is I'm going to line this with some plastic. And what I'm going to do, where this water runs down this wall, to try to catch it, I'm going to attach the plastic with roof cement to this concrete basement wall. Now I'm going to glue it to it and run it back, then glue it to it again. So hopefully the water will run down over it. So what I did is I've just got a little plastic putty knife, and I scraped all the dirt away, and then I'm going to hit it with this broom, just trying to kind of loosen it up a little bit, and then just take a rag and kind of wipe it off, get most of the mud off of there so that my roof cement sticks better. I'm also going to take a chisel and bust this mortar off so that I can get my plastic up there a little further. So let me finish cleaning this off and then we'll put our plastic on. Okay, so next we're going to take a mason's hammer and chip off the extra mortar that's underneath there so we can get our plastic up a little higher. Okay, that's good. Can you take a picture of the transit? It's a good idea to use the transit if you've got one. Otherwise you can just try and level it with a, well, you can measure down from the brick, assuming that the brick are level. But it's best to use a transit and a tape measure. What you'd do is you'd get shots in different areas. Like you'd get your depth at the beginning and then work your way back, make sure you're going downhill. Or you can start at the other end, the top end, and work your way towards the lower end, and just make sure you're got the right height. Alright, we've got our ditch all straightened out and we're ready to start putting our roof cement on. I'm just going to use a plastic throwaway putty knife. It's a good idea if you got some latex gloves to put some latex gloves. No doubt you're going to get this stuff on you. But we're just going to scoop it up, and our concrete's dry now, so we're just going to put a good thick layer on there. You're on? Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do next is put our plastic on. And we're using 6 mil plastic. And we're just holding it down about 1 inch from the brick. You're going to have to work your way down from one end to the next. Then we're just taking our putty knife and kind of smoothing it out a little bit. So it sticks good. This is kind of an experiment. I've never done this before, but I'm just thinking because the way the rain hits this wall, I'm sure there's other people out there that have the same problem. This ought to keep the water away. Okay, next we're going to fold it over and put the next edge all the way up just below the brick. Can you see that okay? Now we get our putty knife, we're going to smush it down good. So now we've basically got a trough. What we're going to do next is we're going to smooth it out, and then we're going to put our drain pipe actually inside that. Okay, we've got our pipe in now, and if you don't have a transit, something you can do is lay your pipe in and then take like a 4-foot level and lay it on it, and you can check to see how level it is or if it's got any drop at all. And when you check, the bubble is going to be to the uphill side on your level. And if you lift you're going to be lifting it up off the downhill side. This is the downhill side over here. So to make the bubble level, you'll have to lift the downhill side up. So that'll tell you that it's going downhill. Or just remember that the bubble will be on the left hand side. So next we're going to put some gravel in. So let me go ahead and pour some gravel on top of it. You're not going to fill the trench completely up. You're going to knock it down so that you've got a couple inches that you can put dirt on top of it. I mean, I guess you could fill it all the way to the top if you're not wanting grass to be on top, but if you're wanting grass to be on top, then you're going to want to leave a couple inch gap. So that's basically how you do that, and then we're going to come back and spread some dirt on top of it. Just put your gravel down the rest of the way, and then we'll do the dirt. Alright, something I wanted to point out was when we brought the pipe in, you can see it laying in the trench, and then we tied it into where a downspout has come down, and we've got a Y in there to take the water away. That's why we didn't dig any deeper than we did, because I knew I need to tie into this drain line for this gutter. Okay, we've got all our gravel in. I did end up filling it almost to the top, because I'm going to be covering it for about 2 or 3 inches of dirt, and it's going to be sloping down, so it slopes away from the building. Something else I might add, I used number 9 size gravel or rock. So next we're ready to put our landscape fabric down on top, and then we'll put our dirt down. Okay, we got our landscape fabric down now, and so now we're ready to start putting the dirt on. What we're going to do is we're going to spread the dirt up, and it's going to come up 2 or 3 inches and taper down. So let me go ahead and start put some dirt on. That's good. Alright, there's our finished product. Got the dirt spread. Now we're ready to put some grass seed on it. Walk over this way. If you can tell how it's got a downgrade slope away from the wall like you want. And that's about all there is to it. Thank you for watching. Check out my other videos at doityourselfdennis.com. Thanks again.